Now, find the 11th term of the geometric sequence, yada, yada, yada. Okay, so this is really easy. I'm going to write 11. Okay, first of all, the fourth, this is t sub 4. Okay, so I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I'm sorry, 4. Great, my pen is acting weird. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and we're trying to find t sub 11. Okay, that's my diagram. Okay, that's nothing new. We've been doing that. Okay, even the next part ain't nothing new. Watch this. Okay, this is more of the same. Ain't nothing changed. Times R times R times R times R. Whoop-de-frickin-do. The same thing that we've been doing. So, let's take a wild guess at what is the next step that Mr. Chen's going to do. Oh, probably this. 4 times R. Again, I'm going to use a dot format now instead of the X for times. Equals to 324. Yawn. Boring. Okay, 324 divided by 4. I get an 81. Okay, divide by 4. Divide by 4. Okay, I'm going to make it black to be consistent for my alternate color. Okay, divide this by 4. Divide that by 4. And I get r to the power 4 equals to 81. All right, and I'm going to go to the power of 1/4 to both sides. Okay, and I get r is equal to 3. Okay. All right. So now, let's do, now we're going to have to multiply by 3, but we're not going to find the yellow highlights now. We're not going to find the yellow highlights like we did before. We're going to find this yellow highlight all the way here. Okay? We're going to find that yellow highlight all the way there. Okay? So in some ways, it's actually a little easier. You don't have to find 3 yellow highlights. You just have to find 1 yellow highlight right over here. All right? That's what we're trying to find. All right? So watch this. So r equals to 3. Okay, you can probably guess already what I'm gonna write next. Okay, let me draw a diagonal line to divide. All right, and I am going to get r. So let's try r equals to 3 here. R equals to 3. Okay, so I'm gonna go 4 times. Let's see how many r's we have to do to get to t to the power of, or t sub 11. 4, that's 7 r's that we got to multiply by, times r times r times r times r. I'm going to actually just, instead of r's, let's go 3 times 3. Okay, 4 times 3 times 3 times 3, 7 times. Okay, and let me throw in some pink highlights over here. Okay, boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, and that equals to, okay, that equals to some ridiculously large number. I don't even know off the top of my head, but let's figure it out. 4 times, on my calculator, it's not as ridiculous as I thought it was going to be. It's 8748. Okay. All right. Yes. Yeah, either way works. But I'll actually show you. I'll show you why we start at 4. It's going to be on the next step right there. That would be a shortcut. Okay. But the shortcut doesn't always work. That's a really good question, which are the only questions that Mrs. Bartlett asks. Now, thank you, Mrs. Bartlett. Okay, 8748. Folks, that's the number of dollars you're going to make if you do well in my math class when you grow up every month. Okay, so please tune in. Your paycheck depends on it. Okay, so we're pretty much done. Okay, but you got to do, remember, we got to see what happens if R is negative. What happens if R is negative? Okay, and this is pretty much why we start on the 4. So let's go with R equals to -3. Let's try that. Okay, so R equals to -3. So I'm going to go 4 times -3 times -3 times -3 times -3, and let's keep going. All right. Oh man, my writing got more and more terrible as we got to the end. All right, and we are going to get -8748. So check this out. Let's actually make this a little easier. Let's multiply this just 4 times. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Okay, we'll do it like this. So let's do a quick check with the top. Okay, let's do a quick, easy check with the top. Okay, when we do 4 times, when I do 4 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 4 times, just like it's 4 times here, you multiply by 3 4 times. Does it equal to? Okay, does it equal to 324? The answer is yes. Okay, so that means R equals to 3 is an answer. Okay, let's do the same thing over here. Okay, because you multiply by R 4 times to get to 324, let's do a check over here. Does 4 times -3, -3, -3, -3, does that equal to 324? Yes. So you're good. R equals to -3 also works. Okay. So now 8748. Okay. Okay. So let me back up, okay, because that last part might have been a little bit confusing. Okay, let me just recap on this. Okay, let me delete this circle right here. All right, now, so you start off exactly the same way, actually. Okay, everyone should understand how to get R equals to 3. That's the same thing that we've always been doing. Okay, now the quote unquote new part is instead of finding the yellow highlights, okay, instead of finding the yellow highlights in the middle, we're just trying to find T sub 11 because that's what it says right here. Okay, so we're just trying to find T sub 11. Okay, look at these yellow highlights here. Okay, so R equals to 3, R equals to negative. So we're going to try +3 and a -3 scenario. Okay, and in the positive scenario, we multiply by R 7 times and we get 8748. Okay, and then we multiply by R, the negative R, which is -3. Okay, we do that 7 times, we get -8748. This is all pretty much what you've been doing. This is what we've always been doing. Okay, now the last part, this is the only new part, is just a check. You're basically doing a little quick check. Okay, you're gonna see if you multiply by, I'll throw in my blue highlights, just my double blues. If you multiply by R 4 times, you should get 324. Okay, let me say that one more time. If you multiply by r 4 times r times r times r times r in blue, you should get 324. And let's check that. 4 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, 4 times. Does it equal to 324? A smiley face, it does. Okay. 4, let's see the negative. So, okay, so if you get a smiley face, then that means that this is an answer. That this is truly an answer. We're good. Okay. Now, let's do the check over here also. 4 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 also equals to 324. So it does match up. The 324s match up. So that means this negative 8748 is also an answer. Okay. Now let me show you when it doesn't work. Let's pretend that after multiplying by negative 3 4 times, you get negative 324. Okay, let's pretend you get negative 324. That negative 324, okay, this negative 324 does not match with that 324 positive. Okay, so in this case, it would be a sad face. Okay, which means this would be a sad face, and that would not be a solution. Okay, so all I'm saying is that after you do the check over here, after you do the blue highlight checks, so you're just checking to see if it equals a positive 324. If it doesn't match positive 324, if in fact this bottom one was hypothetically negative 324, that would be a frowny, which means this is a frowny, and your only solution is this. Okay, so really the only new thing I'm teaching you this lesson is this last check that you're doing. Okay, you're checking to see if it equals to this second number here. Okay, I shouldn't say second number, but 324 is what I meant to say. Okay, and if it doesn't, it's a frowny and the solution is canceled. That's it. Okay, I want you guys to do the green. Go ahead. One second, Dylan. I want you guys to go ahead and do the green highlights. What's your question? It won't. It would have to. Yeah. The check only applies to the 324, not to these. Okay, so only check these. Make sure that these orange highlights. Make sure that the bottom orange highlights here, these two, match that right there, and that's it. Okay.